Today, I'm going to be showing you how we turned our old, uninspired, damp-ridden bedroom into this fresh, clean, functional, cozy space. This has been a project we've wanted to do ever since we first moved in here 4 years ago now. We are slowly bringing this house out of the early 1900s and into the modern day. And this bedroom was one of the last things we had to tackle. I know some people may see this footage and think, what's wrong with this bedroom, PJ? It looks perfectly fine. You're just gonna need to take my word for it that we did our very best to make it as visually appealing to live in as possible. But actually living in it feels a lot different. And it had a ton of problems, like the aforementioned rising damp. That's been very fun. And most notably, this absolute disaster of a wardrobe. This wardrobe was a mold trap. It completely dictated the layout of the bedroom. It's chunky and not the most functional. It doesn't actually utilize the space it takes up. So that's why we just needed to change everything. And it all started with a snap of a finger. Now that the room is mostly cleared out, the next step is to dismantle this behemoth of a wardrobe. We have very much been looking forward to this. I have no idea what lies beneath this. I don't know what's going to be behind it. It was here when we moved in, and now it is time for it to go. So long, and good riddance. So with the help of my dad, who is a professional with building wardrobes and clearly dismantling them too, we got to work.
What's happened?
There we go. This interior of the wardrobe was actually always pretty sound. My dad actually built this for us when we moved in. And it served us well. It's better than what was in there before. You never want to see what was in there before. Yeah, we saw this the day we moved in and it was musty and unclean and just kind of gross, really. I couldn't fathom how anyone put their clothes in here ever. Without the sliding doors on the structure, Jesus Christ, I could really appreciate the job my dad did to put the inside of this together all those years ago. But I was very happy to see it disappearing piece by piece.
How long do you think this is going to take?
To get all this down?
Every single bit?
I think 20 minutes is reasonable to take down an entire wardrobe. Let's make this interesting. Okay, 20 minutes on the clock. So with the challenge of 20 minutes on the clock, I kicked it up a gear with little regard of protecting my surroundings.
When he said 20 minutes, he's serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. This wardrobe had officially met its match.
Oh, there's some original wallpaper back here.
Oh, let's take a look at that. Oh, very nice. Maybe we should just leave that. So, next we're kind of going into unknown territory because we don't really know what we're gonna find. Armed with nothing but a hammer and a knife, I bashed and sliced my way through this thing. The power of the crock. But little did I know, the wardrobe had one last parting gift for me.
You just cut yourself?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Timer is currently paused.
No, timer's still going.
You can't see it, but I've sustained a major injury.
Now, what have we learnt today?
Wear gloves. All right, resume timer. We're back in. I've got these oversized gardening gloves because I couldn't find anything else. This will do. To my surprise, the condition of the walls back here weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be.
I'm a bit anxious about something crawling out of this side.
A human. Sure, the paper was diabolical and the wall was full of holes, but it could have been so much worse back here. Whoa!
Oh.
That's the sound. Whoa! The heck? Mermaid.
Glued on well.
Oh my god.
You know when you were boasting about your old 20-minute time frame?
Yeah, we still got about, I think, 4 minutes on the clock, so I'm really trying to get this done. So if you could stop distracting me, Sophie, that would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Well, it's nearly down. Oh my god. That's the quick way of doing it.
There's no use messing about if it's got to come out.
Well done.
Very heavy. Last screw.
Wow.
That is the entire wardrobe down. 3 minutes to spare.
No, I'm not accepting
3.
that. I'm not
Wow,
accepting
look at that.
How you feeling, Cos?
I'm fine.
So, with the room fully cleared out, we could move on to the next steps. But not before Fuji gave the place a quick inspection. I can't imagine what she must have been thinking. Guys, where's the room gone? I mentioned that we were having a damp problem in here and in my office. So we prepped the rooms and hired some professionals to come take care of that for us, because that was a job that needed to be done by somebody who knew what they were doing and not a maniac wielding a hammer. I do also want to add, whilst this was all going on, we did have to temporarily relocate our living situation. Now, this is not the biggest house in the world. I don't think I would want to live in the biggest house in the world. It seems like a lot of upkeep. So for just over the next 2 months, all of our worldly possessions were piled up into the same room that we would be sleeping, eating, working, relaxing, living. All in one space. The first few nights were actually quite exciting. It felt like those days when you were a kid and you would have sleepovers at your friend's house and you'd all be camping out on the living room floor playing Super Smash Bros. Melee till the early hours of the morning. So that was nice, until the charm started to wear off after a week. It felt a little bit like living in a storage vault. And I do feel a little bit conscious complaining about this, because I know this is not the biggest issue in the world. And I know it was entirely self-inflicted because we chose to do the work. But that didn't stop the natural frustrations that come along with that. So the thought of having a nice clean bedroom at the end of this gauntlet made it feel all worth it and enough to keep us going. So the plastering in the bedroom's done. I think the most notable thing is how reverberant it is. This is like a concert hall. Woo! So there's no carpet and there's nothing on the walls. Oh my goodness me. What's the best thing you can say all reverberated? Baba booey! So yeah, progress. We're getting there. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's it, that's what you're supposed to say, isn't it? All right, slop transition. Until we meet again. Our plan was to totally flip the layout of the bedroom and put the bed, well, over here. And so we needed some more plug sockets installed. They were chased into the wall back here, and I did a couple in the office too whilst we were at it, but that meant we had to fill it all in with plaster. Now, I've never done any plastering before, but I have had a lifetime of watching my dad do it, so I felt confident that this was at least something I felt capable of trying. So I mixed the plaster, which was very intimidating because this is a very real grown-up material to be working with, and the margin for error is virtually basically very small. It's not like, oh, don't worry, you got the ratio wrong. It's okay, what matters is you tried. No, the wall doesn't care if I tried. It will crumble to dust if I get it wrong, so I definitely felt a little pressure to get this right. But once I got into the groove of it, it was actually totally fine, and I think I did a really good job. After it dried completely rock hard, I gave the wall a skim to clean it up and then sanded it down later to smooth it off. And genuinely, I'm so impressed with how it worked out. And now I just want more excuses to do some plastering because I feel like I got it pretty well. When we first moved in here, we definitely played it very safe with all of the rooms. We painted everything an off-white. We have a lot of colorful furniture, so we always thought, well, we'll let that be the thing that stands out in the room and keep the walls plain. But ever since we gave the kitchen a funky green accent wall, which I made an entire video about, by the way, we thought it was time to be bold and try something new. We knew we wanted the bedroom to be a calming, chill space, and we naturally gravitated towards green as a color. If you get the right shade, it is very calming and makes you think of nature and whatnot. And with all of the oak wood we have in here, we thought it would pair quite nicely. Also with the color of our bedding and our pillows and our throw here, we just thought it'd be a good direction. Many options. We're gonna have a think and see what we wanna do. So after a lot of back and forth, and I do mean a lot of back and forth. This looks insane next to all the other ones. I like the color, but When you see them next to everything else, this feels like some kind of a bog somewhere Shrek might live. We finally decided on this shade of green, verde de terre, which I think is French for green earth. Google AI is saying it translates to earthworm. That doesn't seem right to me. Earthworm? Yeah, all those green earthworms you see writhing about the garden. So we got to painting and it felt really good to be on the home stretch at last. Sophie is good at precision, so she did the cutting in, and I'm good at just chonking through big tasks, so I did the rolling. We let the room dry, gave it a second coat, and that is where I stopped documenting the process. And so, the combination of being worn down, of camping out in the living room for 2 months, doing a lot of the work ourselves, plus other life stuff I had going on at the time, it completely killed my motivation to make this video, bringing it all to a grinding halt. I just wanted to get the bedroom finished so I could experience normality again. So we got some nice, fresh new carpet put down. We put up some nice new curtains. My dad helped us install this new radiator. We built this lovely IKEA wardrobe, moved everything back in, and returned to bedroom living once again. And so it was only recently I got thinking, oh, maybe I should revisit that footage I got and see if I can make a video out of this whole thing. Now that we've had time to settle into the bedroom, I'm very, very happy with it. It obviously looks different, but it's more the way it feels that is so drastically different. We have a TV in here now, which means we can play Nintendo Switch or watch some Dropout at the end of the day to unwind. And yes, I realize that the TV is comically humongous. Some would say too big. Some would say, PJ, you've ruined the feng shui of the room. To those people, I would say, I don't care. I haven't had a TV in the bedroom for nearly 10 years, and yes, I understand that is a luxury, but it is a luxury I have missed, and I thought, screw it, I'm an adult now, and I want a TV, and I want it to be big, and I don't care to know how to care about that. I didn't really cover this in the video, but I did also want to say, we got this PIV fan system installed in the loft, which has drastically reduced the amount of moisture in the house. It's made the air feel a lot cleaner, and it's helping to contribute to reducing the damp buildup that we were dealing with. Throughout this whole process, I've learned a lot about walls and types of brick, and it's so incredibly boring. Oh my God. It's like so boring, but it's at least good to know. Like I said, this is an old house we live in, maybe even haunted. So anything we can do to update the place and make it feel more safe for us and for Fuji makes me feel more at ease. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed seeing this bedroom transformation. I really did get a kick out of doing a lot of the DIY myself. It always feels like such a huge accomplishment when you do something yourself and then you come out the side of it and you're so pleased with the results. The last thing we need to do is put some artwork up on the walls. That's a very easy thing to put off. We do have a lot of funky artwork to go up on the walls, but we just need to do it, man. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Make sure to check out my Twitch channel for some live stream chaos.
It's me and you, Van Helsing.
No! No! And if you want to support the channel here on YouTube, feel free to check out the Patreon for full access to the KickThePj Discord, or my online shop for some rad items at KickThePj.com. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. I think it's time for a well-earned honk shoe me. Okay. Ooh.